Your brother got missing. You search everywhere, no traces, and you find a place where people were chained like animals. Skull, bones, rotting bodies, and all this happened in a kill house in Ibadan, Nigeria. On the 22nd of March 2014, a motorcycle rider called Kazeem got missing, and other motorcycle riders set out on a mission to rescue one of their own. Kazeem sent a frantic message to one of them, telling them that he had been kidnapped and taken to a location in the forest. Kazeem was a popular hard-working man among his peers. They knew that he always came to work, and before he left, he told one of his friends that he was told to pick someone up. In case anyone was looking for him, tell them he went there. After some minutes, he sent a message telling them he had been kidnapped, and so everyone set out to save Kazeem, and what they found shocked the entire Nigeria. In Nigeria, people got missing and no one talks about it, but this time, people did, because Kazeem was loved and people weren't going to stop looking for him. For days, his family and neighbors searched everywhere. They reported to the police. Police gave excuses. People said maybe he had traveled, but those who know Kazeem knew something was wrong. The message Kazeem sent indicated that the area where he was along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Impressively, all the bikemen set out to that area, but these guys were not ready for what they would discover, because that area till today is still known as Ibadan Forest of Horror because of the scary things they discovered inside this place. Here is what happened. While they set up their search led them to a place known as Soka, a quiet suburb in Ibadan. People usually avoid this place. Dirty streams that was cutting off everyone from coming to that area, and a very thick vegetation. The forest were very active in this area, and no one had business going there. They found an abandoned building that was cut off from the rest of the community. This building has been strategically placed in this place. The people around there knew that the building existed, but they also thought it was owned by an old construction company, and no one had nothing to do inside this building. So no one knew what was happening inside that building. But when these motorcycle riders were so determined to find him, they went very closer and closer to it. And as they got closer, the air was smelling like a rotten flesh. The smell gets worse, and this was a red flag for them. Normally, every other sensible person will turn back, but they followed the smell. They knew that Kazeem might be in this building, because why is everywhere smelling? And so they plunged even further into the forest towards this building. Upon getting to the building, they had gathered more population because the villagers want to know what is going on there as well. Once they got there, flies covered the air, and there were remains of people's clothes, people's belongings, and it was clear that something very evil was happening in this place. As they went further, they were faced with sight of human remains, skulls on the floor, piece of bone, body parts of babies that are in partial decomposition stage. These bodies were already being eaten by scavenger animals, and immediately people called the police. And now the police came to this place, and what they found will blow your mind. You think that is the worst part? Let us dive deep. Subscribe if you are curious to know the worst part. Police discovered an underground compartment of this building, where they were able to rescue 23 people. And because of the malnourishment, most of them were already unconscious, and the conscious one were looking like a living skeleton. Who built this place, and who allowed it to exist for years? The rumors started flying. Ritualists or politicians, or organ traffickers. Some even believed that this place was used to harvest human parts for powerful people. Kazeem's mother waited at the edge of the forest, hoping to see her son walk out alive, but he never did. Instead, they brought out bones, skulls, torn clothes. Some families identified their loved ones by what they wore last. One woman screamed, "The country had eaten my child." At the center of this building, there was an altar. Rituals are carried out here. Nobody knows what was actually going on, but it was clear that they will kidnap people, end their lives, and use them for rituals. So this place was a butcher house for human beings, and also a ritual house for native doctors. Checking the house more deeper, they found wells that was filled with blood inside. At the other side, they found holes that was filled with human remains, skulls, bones, pelvis, and other body parts. Everywhere was just littered with body parts. Police confirmed that they found over 50 human skulls, but the witness said they were 100. And my personal question is, how will something like this will be happening for years and no one knows about it? Many survivors said they have came out to speak up about this. This man said that he was dragged from his place of work and forced into a car. He said they took him to a place, keeping him there for days, but no one believed him. Another woman said they came into her house and took her into this place. So this means people had been speaking up about this place, and no one did anything about it. This is where it gets very terrifying. Remember we talked about this place being a ritual house. It was also an organ harvesting house as well, because people who survived this thing said that while they were there, they saw people being slaughtered like goats and their body parts were taken. Big cars will drive close to that place and collect these people's organ, then they will drive off. Kazeem, the person that poses all this out, he was never found, making people believe that there was definitely another slaughterhouse in that area. After the discovery, the government stepped in and politicians vowed that they will probe out and prosecute the owner of this house. But nothing happened. Years later, the area is still there, quiet and forgotten, like no one died there. The government demolished this house and the spot is now a school. If you are still watching, that means you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if this shocked you, like and share your thoughts in the comment section.